Hey guys, okay, so today I'm going to be doing my review of The Great Gatsby. So, The Great Gatsby is one of my favorite books that I read in high school, so I was very excited to see the movie. When the initial casting came out, I was very excited because I love Leonardo DiCaprio. I've been a big fan of him for a long time. I loved him in Titanic, Romeo and Juliet. What I did see of Django Unchained, I thought he was very good in. I never saw Blood Diamond, but I heard he was really good in that too. So I went in to see this movie with expectations, just because obviously I know that book to movie adaptations are never going to be right to the book, but that's not what I want. When I go see movies, I want to be immersed into the world of this book or of this original movie. And so today, me and some friends went and saw The Great Gatsby in 3D. First of all, I just want to say this movie was incredible. It surpassed all of my expectations. I loved it. It was so well done. It was so close to the book. Let me first start with the acting. The acting was incredible. I loved the acting. Let me just say, Leonardo DiCaprio knocked it out of the park with his portrayal of Jay Gatsby. I loved how he had all the mannerisms of Gatsby, of him just being very positive, but also very in love with Daisy Buchanan. I loved his frivolity for life and for partying, and how, in the end, everything he did, the parties, the expensive clothes, his house, his car, it was all to impress Daisy. It was all to get Daisy to come to one of his parties. I thought Leonardo DiCaprio was great. He never once broke character. He was really in sync with everything. I thought he did an amazing job. Carey Mulligan plays Daisy. Now Daisy could be portrayed a lot of different ways. She could be portrayed as a silly, foolish girl. She could be portrayed as a slut. She could be portrayed a lot of different ways. But the way that Carey Mulligan portrayed her was very good because, yes, Daisy had the silliness, but then also she had the innocence and the naivete of a woman who didn't marry for love. She married because she didn't want to be poor, and she was tired of waiting for Gatsby. So I felt like Carey Mulligan really understood the character of Daisy. I really liked her portrayal of the character Daisy. I thought she did a great job. I was very, very, very excited. So Nick Carraway is played by Tobey Maguire. Now, I've seen Tobey Maguire. I haven't seen him in anything but Spider-Man. I'm not a big fan of him in those movies. I liked the new one, The Amazing Spider-Man, a lot better than any of the old Spider-Man movies. But I decided I was going to keep an open mind and give him a chance in this movie. I feel like Tobey did a pretty good job. He basically portrayed the kind of what Nick Carraway was going through, being new to New York, being a stockbroker. I felt like he definitely understood the qualities and how he was kind of drawn to Gatsby. Gatsby's one of his closest friends. And then after spending time with him, he sees that Gatsby is just doing this just to get this one girl. And then he's like, and this one, it's kind of complicated because Daisy is his cousin. So one, he doesn't want to see his cousin get hurt. And two, Gatsby has been his loyal friend. He's always watched over him, always watched out for him. He doesn't want to hurt him and tell him off and be like, don't chase this girl anymore. She doesn't love you. So I really liked his portrayal of Nick Carraway. I thought it was really well done. Another thing I liked was Daisy's husband, Tom Buchanan, was played by Joel Edgerton. A lot of reviewers have said that he was like the standout for them. I think it was really well played, but for me, Leonardo DiCaprio was his standout in this cast. Joel Edgerton, I think that's how you say it. He did do a good job of portraying Tom Buchanan's just kind of like greasy sliminess. He just in how he would have an affair with this like New York woman, and then treat Daisy like, oh but I love you, and oh, I have all these nice things for you, and you don't need to be with Gatsby. He seemed very possessive of her, which I feel like he portrayed the rightful qualities of Tom, because Tom is a very selfish, possessive, rich, arrogant man. He comes from money, and that's all he's ever known. Yeah, I definitely loved him playing the role of Tom Buchanan. I feel like everyone did good. Just everyone was great. I really loved the casting. Another thing I loved was I loved how close to the book it was. I loved that. I loved how it didn't gloss over things, just with the parties, with, obviously spoiler alert, with the death in the end. I really felt like it was true to the story. It portrayed Gatsby's sense of frivolity and his just relationship with Daisy, and he wants to get back with her. To Nick Carraway's observations of these parties and of how people are just totally let loose with morals. They just drink excess. I really was glad that it was true to the story. It made me love this movie actually more than the book, even though the book was one of my favorite books in high school that I ever had to read. I loved this movie. Okay, number two. Another thing I liked was I loved the costumes. The costumes were so great. They just fit the time period so well. The 20s was the Roaring 20s. Lots of alcohol, lots of parties, loose morals. I love the costumes. The costumes were very pretty. The guys were all in tuxes, and the girls were all in these very elegant dresses. I loved, some of my favorite dresses were on Daisy. Carey Mulligan is really, really pretty, and I love to see her in these dresses that were just really beautiful. Another thing I liked was I loved the soundtrack. I'm a big music person. I come from a music background. I've been in the marching band for now. It's going to be my 8th year, coming to be my senior year in college. I love music. So hearing the soundtrack to this movie, I really loved it. And it has a mix of Florence and the Machine and then Beyonce and Jay-Z. And various other artists. It just was so well done. It totally fit the movie. It fit the scenes that they were in. I really love the music. Kudos to, I'm sorry I don't remember who the composer was, but they were so great. I love the soundtrack. I cannot wait to buy it when I save up enough money. Yeah, Baz Luhrmann, he was outstanding. He was a great director. He did it again. His take on Romeo and Juliet is also one of my other favorite movies, where Leonardo DiCaprio plays Romeo. I loved that modern take on Romeo and Juliet. I felt like it was very well done, true to the story. Same with Great Gatsby. I loved it. This was just a great movie all around. I loved this movie. It was definitely a good movie to start off my summer with. I hadn't seen a movie since about April because of school and such. So it was good to see this movie. I really, really enjoyed this movie. Actually, that's not true. I saw Iron Man 3 in May. Just kidding. But it was a movie that I've seen after school. So it was really well done. Definitely go see it. Thanks for watching again. Comment, like, subscribe. Follow me on Tumblr, Allison Youth. And have a good night, guys.